Can someone bring up the booklet? Is it listed?
Well, let
Yes.
me introduce you, Cheryl, and then
Okay.
Valerie maybe can bring that up. So I want to introduce you to Cheryl Edmond, and she's a creator of this beautiful document that she's about to share with all of us today called Income Producing Activities, the IPA document. You are going to love this document. It is so well laid out. She worked with her direct sponsor, Shamima, who is wonderful with graphics. So I think that once you see, and as Cheryl shares these pages, once you see them, I think that you are absolutely going to love them. So Cheryl, it is all yours. I know that Valerie's trying to find that link.
I'm just going to point where it is one more time. If you go below the pictures, we have click here for step-by-step training. This is where everything is going to be parked for this segment. Right below the foundational training, as soon as Cheryl has a recording for us, it will go here. And here is, do you want the condensed or the full?
The condensed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's get started. I do want to take a moment. Shamima is on the Zoom with us today, even though she's 9 hours difference in South Africa. But she is responsible for the graphics and the beautiful design of what we put together. And I absolutely love her creativity and appreciate her so much in not only with this journal, but helping it be really inspiring. So I'm very, very thankful for that. All right, this is the first page. And again, it's really just introducing the life-enhancing technology, live long, live well, live younger, which is absolutely, right from the website from LifeWave. And it is called a journal because it's a 90-day process. And income producing activities literally are what moves your business. It's the activities that we either know really well and or we need to learn more about and or be involved more, but it will move the needle on your business to productivity and getting you where you wanted to go, where you want to go in your next step, your next rank in your business. This is for your business builders. This isn't for the person who just came in yesterday, unless they really want to build a business and they've said to you, I want to do it. I want to do it significantly, and I need some tools to get there. This is one of the pieces that they're going to need. One of the other beauties about it is I used this for 2 years straight, but I want to say right up front, in my former business, I didn't have the foundational training that's offered today, like we just went through, and I didn't have Wednesday's manager maker training. So it took me, I know that with this third piece, it's going to take you a lot less time to get you where you want to go than I had when I first used this a couple of years ago. And I did use it consistently, and it really makes a difference in your business. What we're going to focus on in income producing activities is share, send, and invite. So 1 hour a day, however you're going to build your business, whether it's 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week, 1 hour every other day, whatever your schedule is going to be, here is a sample of how you should spend your time. Again, 1 hour focusing on send, share, and invite, and I'm going to define those a little farther into the document. 30 minutes for follow-up, check up on order satisfaction, product use, David Schmidt videos, whatever it is that you're going to use in your toolbox. 30 minutes spending time, invite, patch parties also included in that. 30 minutes, expand your network with your InTouch app and the features around that in sending videos. And when you send videos from your InTouch app, you get a notice of when they've watched it. And then three-way calls, three-way texts. I use those a lot in my business and with my front line, with either Dr. Tom or Ann as my upline, and then whoever the client is in those three-way conversations. And they really do help bridge the gap of when that new client has a question. It gets answered very quickly as soon as whoever needs to answer it needs to answer it. And I have found that to be profoundly helpful in understanding the commitment my client has, that I have to my client, and my client can see that I have to them. So here we are. Contacts: send, share, and invite. There are 3 simple steps. This is very duplicatable. Typically, if you'll send 5 to 10 times a day, new follow-ups and or activities, using the suggestion of David Schmidt videos, obviously the Sunday night doc talk. That is the largest 3-way call we have. It's fabulous, as you all know. There's 500 strong on that call, and folks really get a chance to what I love about it is they really get a chance to enjoy the community, get to know the community, embrace the community, become a part of the community. And it does, as Valerie says, the heavy lifting for your business. I can't stress it enough. And Dr. Tom and I, unless they've been to a new client has been to a doc talk, seen a video, and filled out the gift of giving health tracker, we don't have a 3-way call until all of those things are done. So we're not in the selling business, we're in the healing business. So that is a very strong commitment, and I just don't deviate from that, nor does my team. They know that. Inviting, here you're going to invite, these are little postcards. Excuse me, can we go right there? These are not postcards, they're flyers. I call them little flyers. So Anne helps me with this every Sunday. She'll help me send out the little doc talk flyer to my email threads, excuse me, my text threads, inviting my team to join us Sunday afternoon. I absolutely adore that and appreciate her so much. And then the ones that she's not involved in yet, I'm right behind her Sunday afternoon sending out these invites. Join me. Love to see you. You can't live without this. Come join us. So whatever it is that seems to be an appropriate invite for whoever I'm sending it to over text. So again, these are little little flyers, we call them, to get your folks to the next event and get them to the next opportunity. All right, we can go to the next page here. Learn and grow. These are brand partner activities, and the video clip that you see there, the picture of the man, that's from the InTouch app. That's the video that I use for my first touch. You can use any one you want in there, but Shamima did just a beautiful job in giving us some examples. So again, it's just introducing the X39 patch, and if you haven't chosen your favorite video, here's a suggestion. We're going to learn about the X39 and 49 patches directly from David Schmidt. Again, he's going to give us the most concise information for our clients. And so that's just, those are just the tools that I'm using, and the whole team is using, actually. Learn about the patches from David Schmidt, watch the business videos. We're suggesting using the InTouch app. Also, another video that I really like for business that Gregory is just raving about is the one that was recently made on September 1st with David Schmidt, Jason Cisneros, and Michael Jaco, because it does talk about the business end of things and literally an understanding of how LifeWave is different from the other networking marketing organizations, as well as the stability that LifeWave offers as a networking organization, and the fact that the patents that are involved, all the integrity around the business is mentioned on that particular YouTube. I know you'll love it, and you can find it out there as well. The next piece that I absolutely love is the build the process. This is I call it the wheel on my team. This is what we do to build the business. We initiate a conversation, we share the InTouch videos, we invite to the doc talk, we do a 3-way call with the health tracker to guide us in the conversation, and then either we enroll them or we do repeat in terms of touching them with videos and or conversations in those text threads. Again, touching on a very regular and consistent basis, equipping your client with what they need in order to get the answers and the patches that will help them in their particular health journey. Okay, next page. In the building process, there's step one. This is 4 steps. What do you know about stem cells is what I ask folks. And I learned that right here on the training. I think I learned it from Mark. May I send you a short video to explain what light therapy is? That's literally the conversation that I have. Step 2, send a video. Again, whichever one in the InTouch app you're comfortable with, send the video right behind that. Opening the door to LifeWave. Step 3, invite to Doc Talk. Let everybody experience that community and understand and get their questions answered, as well as being introduced to the docs. There's nothing wrong with that. They just bring so much credibility, and they bring their humility, they bring their authenticity to the calls, and I absolutely adore it. Step 4, the health tracker. Have them fill out the health tracker in preparation for the 3-way call. Again, because it'll guide the conversation for what's in it for them. How are they going to prosper? How are the patches going to make a difference in their life? And then step 5, this 3-way call and schedule the patch party Zoom with getting them patched up. And so those are very simple, straightforward opportunities to build your business. One of the things I want to say about the leads page and the creating 100 conversations, Eric War says in his book, Go Pro, if you're creating 100 conversations, you will always have people to build your business with. Your business builders and your clients will all come from the 100 conversations. And in this booklet, in this journal, there are 17 different categories, and you can see the first one there that says folks you see daily and weekly. So there's 17 categories. There you can add 6 names to each list, and then there are 8 radio buttons. And those radio buttons are literally statistically correct. So when you touch someone between 8 and 12 times, they're going to come into your business, or you're going to get a no, one or the other. So if you touched them 5 times and they're not in yet, they haven't enrolled, or they haven't started to build their business, they just haven't completed the 8 radio buttons yet. So it's a great way to document where you're at, how you're doing, where you're at with different folks. And you start working with, 10, 20, 30, 40 people. This is a great log to remember where you were, where you left off yesterday, where you left off the day before. Another thing that I like about it is that it has the 17 categories with 6 names, and then that equals 102 names for this booklet. So that's your 100 conversations when you fill this thing up. And again, you just keep using it over and over again. I don't throw my journals away. I keep them. And I've gone back after I remembered, I worked with somebody 2 or 3 years ago. Oh, Sally, where's Sally? Well, she's in one of my booklets. So I'll go, I mark them by year. So I can kind of narrow down where I might have put her, and whatever notes I've written about her. The next thing that I want to tell you about this is there's a summary page, and you're going to have a conversation with your coach. You're going to have a conversation with your upline. And when my upline introduced this to me in my former business, it's a little bit different style. This is geared to LifeWave, but she said to me, I think I had 3 people enrolled in my business. And she said, Cheryl, you work with me for 90 days and I'll get you to your first goal. You definitely will get, for instance, level manager or level director. Well, in 90 days, I personally enrolled 20 people using this document. And when she said that to me, I thought to myself, I don't think so. With 3 people, I don't see how I'm getting to 20 in 90 days. And she didn't even give me that number. That was just what number I ended up with. And it blew me away. And these were solid builders. I'm still getting a residual income from that first 20 folks in my former business. And so I'm telling you that, I'm sharing that with you to say this 90-day process works. And the reason it's 90 days is that's how the network marketing process works kind of company-wide. We work in 90-day chunks to get to the next contest, to get through the next season, to get through the next short period of time. Again, short goals, long-term results. Now on this page up at the top here, you see on the left, goals, goals, goals. Well, I would write in there when I first started, I want to talk to 3 people this week, or I want to make 2 phone calls, or I want to have coffee with 3 people. Whatever it was, I would put down the 3 goals. And I'll tell you, they jumped up pretty quick. I started out pretty shy, like, okay, I'll do 3 calls a week. Okay, I'll do 2 coffees a week, whatever. And as the weeks build, personally, I'm pretty competitive with myself. I would say, okay, I could do 5 a week. I could do 5 a day. I could do 20 a week. You know, as you build, you'll see the progress with this journal, and you'll see that you're building your confidence because you can track your success. That's the whole point. Now, the box on the right, people in focus, I would put people on that. I would put names there of people I wanted to enroll in my business. They didn't know it yet, but I knew they were great people. I knew I wanted to work with them. I knew I wanted to vacation with them. I wanted them in my business. One on the call today is Nancy Sherman. I wanted her, as I'm using this now, I wanted her in my business. There's absolutely no way I could live without her. And she's going to make manager later today, but that's just a little FYI. But I put her name on my list like this several months ago. And my lead-in question to her was, she was telling me her husband needed to have knee surgery. And I said, well, what do you know about stem cells? And here we are, she's making manager today. So I think that might have been 5 weeks ago. I can't remember exactly how long, but not long ago. Didn't take her 90 days, I'll tell you that. So here we are with the week summary. So you put the date on the, that's the summary. Oh yeah, you do the weekly call with your coach. So you're going to set up a time every week. I did mine on Fridays with my sponsor. We took 30 minutes for this call. It didn't take 2 hours, didn't take 2.5 hours. It didn't take, a day and a half. It took 30 minutes to go through this summary. I loved sharing with her what I was doing, how I was moving along in the business step by step. These were not big steps. So I would fill in those radio buttons, text, phone, message, and in-person piquing interest conversations I had, and I would put my weekly total over to the right. So as those numbers went up, 5, 10, 20, 30, whatever the amount was, I really saw my business starting to build. And so then you do your totals at the bottom. On the left, you do send, shares, and invites, how many you had that particular week. Then how many did you enroll? It was 0 for several weeks at the beginning of every 90-day process I went through. But I loved watching that number go up. Okay, I did 1 this week. Okay, I did 2 this week. Oh, in 3 more weeks, I did 4. I mean, I literally can remember enrolling 9 people in 1 week. Now, I didn't plan that, but again, these income producing activities just build on themselves, right? And then how many peaking interests did you have total? So again, you're measuring what you're focusing on in income producing activities. Now, next page is called a weekly reflection. So this is some self-development along with your professional development. What inspired me this week? Was it the fact that since I'm an extrovert, I talk to 10 people because I love talking to people? Or, whatever it is for you, what really inspired me? A moment that gave me energy. Well, I love talking to people. I really do. So I could put in that box. I enjoyed having coffee with 10 people this week. I enjoyed having a patch party and, 6 people came over, whatever it might be, something that inspired you. So maybe you saw something on a Zoom that someone said that just absolutely knocked your socks off. that's where you're going to put that down. So I can't think of a specific example right now, but I can tell you there's been many times on these Zooms that people have just knocked my socks off by something they said that just, I'm like, okay, I'm in it for the rest of the day. I'm not hanging up the shoes. I'm not hanging up the phone until I talk to, my 3 more people or whatever it might be. 3 words to describe your vision. And again, some of these too are a little bit around building discipline. What are 3 words that really describe your vision? So one of mine is I'm competitive with myself and I want to get to senior director. So how do I get to senior director? I have 3 words to describe that: being inspired and inspiring others, uh, uh, listening to motivational videos, just any kind of thing you can think of, and you'll think of the right things to write down for yourself. Those are where you put those words. 5 things that I'm grateful for this week. If we're in a mindful set of being grateful, we will see the opportunities. You absolutely, and I know all of you resonate with this. If we're in that grateful state of mind, we are going to see the opportunities. We're not going to miss them. So I'm grateful for, I'm not in the hurricane area. I'm grateful the sun is shining. I'm thankful I'm in good health. I'm thankful that I got a great kid who's married and I got 2 grandkids. I mean, whatever it is that you're grateful for, this is a place to write it down, and it's going to morph and it's going to change as you build your business. Personal attention for the coming week. What intentionally are you going to do this week? Is it going to be 10 calls this week instead of 5? Is it going to be just sending notes of appreciation to family and friends and business partners over a quick text? Thinking about you today. Love how you inspire me. I love hearing you every week on the Zoom, whatever it might be. Business intention for the coming week. Okay. Do I want to enroll 3 people this week? Do I want to talk to 10 people to introduce the patches that I know they're in pain? I've seen them on my Facebook or whatever it is. I've been to a couple luncheons and heard, the first thing you hear is how their leg hurts or how their back hurts or, whatever it might be. Am I going to take that extra step with them to say, hey, I've got something that can help you. What do you know about stem cells? Then we have a reading tracker. And there are statistics that are out there that how much you read in a lifetime is a direct correlation to how much money you make. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but literally the amount of reading that you have done over a lifetime directly correlates to the amount of money you've earned over a lifetime. So I put this in here because we are on our team always talking about different tools, different books we're pointing to that will help us along, not only professionally, but also personally. So on our foundational call, we always hear about The GoPro by Eric Rohr. We hear Phil Jones, What Exactly to Say. We hear about Atomic Habits. We hear, and if you get a chance to be in front of Robin Muscari, she's always mentioning books. She's got a book club. So again, those are all great ways to learn. And again, just a way to document, oh, well, in 2024, I read 10 books and my business increased, 100-fold, whatever it might be. So it's just a great way. Yeah. So there's your reading goal. How many books do you plan to read this year? How many do you plan to read this month? How many books do you plan to read this week? Maybe 1, maybe half of 1, whatever it might be. And then the next page are some resources. These are our team business resources. Again, these are just a snapshot of what we learned today on foundational training, but again, a place for you to go to stay connected and to resources to build your business. And again, here's the 3 books that I've talked about. And this literally, here's the videos we recommended throughout the training that's in the journal. And then there's just a summary here of the business as a whole and a quote from David Schmidt. So I hope that answers a lot of your